Malaysia mengutuk sekeras-kerasnya tindakan Islamofobia yang dilakukan seorang pemimpin politik sayap kanan Sweden Denmark, Rasmus Paludan yang membakar naskah Al-Quran di Stockholm, Sweden. Penghinaan terhadap kitab suci Islam yang dilakukan secara terang-terangan oleh ahli politik Sweden itu
juga perlu diambil kerajaan Sweden dalam menangani peningkatan membimbangkan Islamofobia di negara berkenaan.
Menyifatkan tindakan itu melangkaui batas atau norma hak kebebasan bersuara. Tindakan itu merupakan suatu usaha provokasi dan menghasut kebencian yang mesti ditolak semua pihak yang menginginkan keamanan dan hidup bersama dalam budaya damai.
Ahli politik sayap kanan Sweden, Rasmus Paludan yang membakar Al-Quran di Stockholm semalam.
Last January, we were surprised by a hot issue involving religious sentiments, namely the burning of the Quran in Sweden. This issue is very serious because Al-Quran is the holy book for Muslims.
This issue started when Turkey cancelled the application of Sweden and Finland to become a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. The two countries applied to join NATO in May 2022. The reason for Turkey's cancellation was that both countries allowed Kurdish terrorist organizations to operate there. The condition for Sweden and Finland to join is to get the consent of 30 NATO member states. Even the president of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, blocked NATO's efforts through the fast-track method to include the two countries as NATO members. The two countries that were neutral in the Russia-Ukraine conflict changed course to join NATO because they were afraid of the Russian threat. Both countries share a border with Russia. What Erdogan is referring to as a terrorist organization is the Kurdish Workers' Party, PKK, a Marxist separatist movement that has operated since the 1980s in areas around southeastern Turkey and northern parts of Iraq. And from this issue, an extreme Swedish-Danish politician, namely Rasmus Paludan, demonstrates by burning a copy of the Quran near the Turkish embassy in Stockholm. In the permit he obtained from the police, it was said that Paludan's protest against Islam was an attempt to criticize NATO, Turkey and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan regarding influence in Sweden. This Islamophobic act has angered all Muslims around the world, including in Malaysia, because they had insulted the holy book Al-Quran by burning it. We as Muslims should not be easily consumed and trapped by any provocation or bad perception played by the enemies of Islam against Islam. On the other hand, we need to be more calm and rational in facing the various slanders of the end of the age with more wisdom in line with the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
وَلَا تُطِعِ الْكَافِرِينَ وَالْمُنَافِقِينَ وَدَعْ أَذَاهُمْ وَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ وَكِيلًا.
Meaning that, do not give in to the disbelievers and the hypocrites, ignoring the harm they cause you and put your trust in God. God is enough to trust. Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 48.
The Federal Mufti's office has discussed this hot issue. What can be concluded from the discussion is that incident of insulting Islam such as burning the Quran, insulting the Messenger of God sallallahu alaihi wasallam are no longer new issues. Rather, they are issues that are often re-digitalized by the anti-Islam groups. This is because this group always find a way by playing on religious sentiment to create anger and hatred among the Muslims so that they can portray the image of Islamic violence in the eyes of the world. Therefore, Muslims need to act more wisely in facing such challenges so as not to be easily caught up in the cheap provocation. Finally, we as Muslims need to raise the spirit of struggle against the enemies of Islam all over the world in order to preserve the purity of Islam, which has been for since the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wallahu a'lam.